Hello, everyone. Okay, so in class we ran out of time to do the charts for Jimmy and Nadia. Um, so I'm doing it now because I promised I would. So sometimes when two people come together, it doesn't actually matter how in love they actually are. Hi, Matt. Hi, Inga. Doesn't matter how much they are in love. The day they make a commitment, the day they get engaged, and the day they get married, that kind of thing is already set in stone of what's actually going to happen. Okay. So, what's going to happen? It might take 1 year, 2 years, depending on what the years bring. Hi, Judy. And then what ends up happening is they just need 1 year. And this is what happened here. It's not just 1 year that made, what's that, the straw that broke the camel's back. No, they've actually had years coming on and it happened. So let me show you, just think of this elementally when I'm talking about the animals. He doesn't like him, he clashes with her, that. So they have a lot of that. So this relationship, just from what it actually is, he is Yang Fire. I'm talking about Jimmy and Nadia Bartel. Okay, so he plays for Geelong and she's a blogger, a fashionista, whatever you want to call them. Hi, Heather. So with their relationship, so the day they actually, don't get me wrong, they could have had an amazing time. But the day they got married was actually that D day. And let me show you. All right. So Jimmy is Yang Fire. This Yang Fire needs a stage, needs to be loved. The Yang Fire desires contact and intimacy. Okay. The Yin Earth. Excuse me. The Yin Earth actually sits on a romance flower. So already good looking, and people that come to her are also good looking too, partnership wise. But she's Yin Earth. So that Yin Earth is kind of the carer, the nurturer, all of that. And she can have a million things going on at once. He can have a million things going on at once. Hi Mel, I'm finally doing it. So the Yang Fire with the Yin Earth. By nature, fire nourishes this earth, and earth brings out the best in this fire. Okay, so not a problem so far. And in his own chart, he already has, normally, the tiger and the pig have a harmony. Okay, in her chart, normally, the rooster and the dragon have a harmony, the rooster and the ox have a harmony. Then 2014 came along, and that's when it happened. 2014 came along, and they got married the 1st of the 2nd, I think it was. I looked it up. So, in this, the day they actually got married, the pig and the snake clashed. The pig and the snake clashed. The tiger and the snake are a harm. A harm meaning there's always a third party in the background or in your face, okay? So that's what that is. And at the same time, 2014, he came into a new luck pillar, a new 10-year cycle, which also the tiger and that clashed. Can you see? Yeah. Don't feel sorry for anyone, just observe, okay? Now, for Nadia, she's the rooster. The rooster, as I said, harmonizes with that. The day they got married, the rooster and the rabbit clashed. Okay. She came into a new luck pillar as well in 2014. She was basically, he was already in this luck pillar. She came into a luck pillar. So in 2014 he was here. 2014 she's here. And the goat that is in her luck pillar is a clash there, while 2014 and a clash there. So can you see this is, hi Margaret, so you can see how this relationship was The day it actually happened onwards, that was the problem. So what ends up happening is from this 2014, exactly that, what ends up happening here is then 2014, not a problem, okay, they can survive it, etc. 2015, they survived it. 2016, forget it. Because in 2016, another monkey came along and that monkey challenged his house of spouse, which is her. Both are travel stars, so that's when it actually happened. Then 2017, just in case they decided we can make a go of this, right? The rooster of 2017 and her rooster again, challenge. Okay, it's a penalty basically. So it's very emotional in 2017. Hi Trace. So then 2018, she felt a little bit trapped, as in trapped earth-wise, because remember 18 is earth on earth. That earth is the gate of the underworld. She already has the gate of heaven. She would have felt trapped. And she would have felt trapped in 2018 because it's family. It's her and her family, probably her babies, etc. That's how she felt trapped. Then 2019 came along. Now, this is what has happened. It had to come out in August because it didn't come out in May. So it could have come out in May. It obviously didn't, or it might have, but nobody saw that it had happened. So in August, here's the split. Here's the monkey, here's a monkey. Both the monkeys attack this tiger, which is his house of spouse. It's her. The other is this pig, 1 pig, 2 pigs, 3 pigs. 3 pigs. He just, the pressure on him is 3 pressures. On her in his house of spouse is again pressure. The metal is pruning the wood, which is her, and the water and the water and the water is putting out the fire. So very, very harsh, especially this month. And the day they decided to split and announce it, or whoever announced it, etc. So later on, what you're going to find out through the media, through someone talking, etc., that it actually did happen a lot earlier. Okay, they may have reconciled here in 2018, but that was it. All right. So this was doomed from the beginning, only because of the day they married. Okay, and the luck pillar they actually married in. So for him, through here, through his 10 years, he is going to come and go in relationships. Yeah, very hard to be full on steady unless the other person, and I don't know who he's with, I didn't go further with that, unless the other person has something to calm this tiger down from his luck pillar and these pigs down. So he's got to have somebody with those kind of animals to calm them down. For her, for Nadia, she's in clash. So the clash is earth, her, family, friends, colleagues, siblings, all of that. So she's in that also for 10 years. Okay. And the other thing with this is for her, next month, it's on her. It's on her and whoever she is with. So she's no longer with him. Hi, Bianca. So she's no longer with him. So it won't be on her. He's no longer her house of spouse. So don't be surprised if somebody shows up in her chart, but it will go wrong. Okay? If no one shows up, it doesn't matter. Something is going to be said, and that is because she sits on her expression. So she may post something or say something, and somebody knows that's not how it happened, and someone tells how it actually happened. And that's it. So when somebody does get married, does get engaged, the time they do it will impact. 14, from 14 to 16, that's 1, 2, 3. for those that are my students, you do know that 3. It makes that sacred geometry, every 3 animals. That's the sacred geometry, but they did it, when they first did it, it was wrong. So in that 3rd, which turns out to be the 16, it should have finished, but it didn't. They kept going, challenge, then trapped, and she was trapped because of family, whether she had children, blah, blah, blah. That's her trap. But her earth, she'll stay with her children rather than be with somebody else, that sort of thing. The fire here does not mean doesn't love his children. It just means the limelight. It's his thing. Very resourceful guy, and she just has to open her mouth and ching ching. That's it. And she's a blogger, so how perfect is that? All right. Any questions? No? No questions? No? Well, that just shows you of how, only takes a day, I say. It takes one day. And that one day, when people are down, others come and put them further down. You don't see people coming to help them and whatever. Well, that's not how human nature is it? When you're down, you're down. That's it. Big ups, big downs. So they've gone big up. There's only one way, and it's down. Cool. All right. No questions? Good. All right. I'll see you guys maybe tomorrow. Okay. Yes, it is interesting. Good night.